Scott, thank you for your $2 to Cash App. Yeah. He says, for shout out to Square Work Media, biggest pussy on YouTube. Yeah. Cameron, $1 holler. Thank you for your uh donation to Cash App. He says shout out to Cody and Tracy, and there you go. Jared, thank you, Jared Hawkins, for your $1, or excuse me, yeah, $2 donation, and then a $4.20 donation. He writes, "For fuck those trolls, man. Keep rocking. You know what's up, dude." And your $2 donation. Can you give a shout out? Uh, Shout out to your boyfriend Xavier. There you go. Todd, thank you for your $2 in Cash App. For fuck Iron Maiden, and shout out to Side. Love you, Cobes. Hell yeah. Thank you. Hmm. Cameron. Whoop whoop. Thank you for your $1 donation. Much appreciated. Yes, a circle of protection for port for what is that? Hold on 1 second. For Poland. There we go. Thank you for your $3 donation, Lewis. Appreciate ya. Yeah, man. If you want to shout out, donate money to the Cash App or the PayPal, and I'll give you a shout out. So thank you, Lewis Snyder, for your donation. Yeah, this is the rant I was gonna do last night, but I got distracted doing vocal covers like I do when I get drunk. Uh, like, oh wow, I threw up on myself when drinking. Big whoop. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Thank you, Logan, for your $1 donation to PayPal. I appreciate it. Didn't really have a message attached to it. Boop. Okay, hold up. I already read that one out, but thank you, Paul, for your $2 donation. Fuck the trolls. Yeah. Shout out to your dude, Jimen55. Thank you, Ginder, for your $1 in PayPal. Appreciate it. Now, just a little bit of alcohol left. This is all I got left, so I might order more later. Mhm. Mm. Thank you, Mark, for your $1 donation. I appreciate it via PayPal. Hmm. I hope y'all are having a beautiful hump day. It's Wednesday, man. Why does it matter if I drink? Why does it matter if I drink? We all have a drink, man. It's life. Hmm. Bruce Dickinson can fuck off. But we're live on the King Cobra JFS channel, chilling out. I was gonna go live earlier, but I passed out in my chair. So I woke up at like 7 o'clock this morning. I was like, yeah, hold up. We'll just go live later. What's today's rant going to be about? Well, it's regarding J.K. Rowling, of course. As I mentioned when I was talking about Bruce Dickinson being an asshole, J.K. Rowling is being canceled for her remarks on Twitter, and it's really fucking stupid because instead of jumping the gun and assuming that, oh, it's just because she's transphobic, these people, these individuals, need to stop and think for a second. If you want acceptance, you want the trans movement to have acceptance, then allowing people who rape women and then self-identify as woman and then go to the woman's prison, that's an abuse of trans rights, I think, personally speaking. Now, here's the thing of it, YouTube. I fully support trans rights. However, there are people out there who abuse the system, and they put laws in place that make it easier for people to abuse the system. And it's really fucked up, to be honest. If you go down to California, they have a similar law where you can identify as a woman. So basically, if you murder like 4 women and rape them and shit, all that fucked off bullshit, fucking, you can identify as a woman, and then they have to throw you in a female's prison. It's fucking stupid, to be honest. That's the kind of crap that hurts the trans movement. And then if y'all identify as women, you think you'd side with J.K. Rowling on this. But instead, it's like, no, let's just assume she's transphobic. And I fully support trans rights. However, I just think it's a bit inappropriate for individuals who have committed really heinous, fucked up crimes towards women, and then they can just identify as a woman because they think, oh, yeah, if a dude rapes a chick and then identifies as a woman and you have to throw him in a female prison now, he doesn't learn a fucking thing. He doesn't. It's just, you know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. I agree, Kate. I agree 1000%. I'm gonna miss watching the Fantastic Beast movies. J.K. Rowling's being canceled for being transphobic, and all she did was stand up for women's rights. And if you self-identify as a woman, then it doesn't matter if you're trans or not. If you identify as a woman, you should care about these issues, especially because there are assholes in Scotland who passed a law similar to California, where if you identify as a woman when you're getting arrested, then by law, by progressive law, they have to throw you in the prison you identify as, and then that's bullshit, in my opinion. And I'm speaking up for women and for trans individuals both. I don't care if you're biologically gay, straight, whatever. As long as you ain't a sicko, I don't care. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying, YouTube, it's bullshit. I'm all for people being trans. If that's what makes you happy, then go for it. They, them, live your best life. But there's a line that you shouldn't be allowed to cross. Like, if you're not fully transitioned, you should not be allowed to use the female locker room. Like, women should be able to feel safe and secure and comfortable when they're in the changing room, for fuck's sake. But like, all you gotta do is say you're trans and then walk into a female locker room and then start swinging your dick around and nobody says a fucking thing about it outside of the people you're making feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Is it fair? No, it ain't fair. Like, it's completely unfair to trans people that there are assholes out there who abuse the system. I fully support trans rights, 1000%, man. Just don't be a dick about it. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. You always hear about how trans people want to be treated like everybody else. I'm like, okay, well, everybody else isn't just allowed to walk into the opposite sex's locker room without being the opposite sex. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally support transgendered individuals, man. I know several people who are either non-binary or trans, and it's weird. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand how their mind works, but I support them. They, them. As long as you ain't a sick fuck or an inhuman, racist, sexist, abusive piece of shit, then I don't care outside of that. Mm. Sipping on some hair of the dog, man. And instead of being like, what the fuck is up with these assholes? So in Scotland, you know, if you rape a bunch of women and then identify as a woman when you're getting arrested, then by law they are required to throw you into a female prison. And instead of thinking to yourself, that's the kind of crap that ruins it for the transgendered community. Instead of being like, oh, you know what, that's fucked off. Those poor women. If you self-identify as one, then it doesn't matter if you're trans or not. You should be like, you know what, I side with J.K. Rowling on this, 1000%. But no, and they took it too far too, man. They stood outside her castle and everything and called her a sissy. See, back in my day, if you were called a sissy, they were making fun of you for being a girl. Like, you throw like a sissy boy, you know what I'm saying? These days, the word sissy is a derogatory term for us cisgendered folks. And it's like, okay, we can't call you a tranny faggot, but you can call us a fucking sissy. That's cool. Equality. Ah. And I'm like, okay, at some point when trans people start getting more rights and more privileges than non-trans individuals, the thing about J.K. Rowling is she doesn't pander to an audience. She doesn't just go with whatever she's being told. She speaks out against it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of fucked up shit that's making it hard for trans individuals. You got the one or two assholes that self-identify as a female, even though they still have their dick. They go into a bathroom and then they rape a woman, and then they don't get punished for it because they're trans, and it's bullshit, in my opinion. And that's so unfair to the individuals who are trans who don't do shit like that. It just, you know what I'm saying? Do they ever report in the news when you hear about these trans people? It's never anything good. Like, oh, trans woman, you know what I'm saying, breaks into a burning building and saves a puppy and a baby. You never hear stuff like that. It's always the horrible, icky stuff that ruins it for trans people. Mm. So yeah, J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts is being canceled because of J.K. Rowling's remarks on Twitter, and there are people out there trying to normalize pedophilia and nasty shit like that. So why don't you cancel them and leave J.K. Rowling the fuck alone? Hashtag gays against groomers. It's like, hey man, just because somebody wants to self-identify as a woman does not mean it's socially acceptable for you to do things to dead bodies and kids and babies and your relatives and your dogs and shit like that, dude. It's just fucking gross, dude. Stop. Stop. Ugh. God damn it. Ugh. Oh, nope. I did, however, throw up a little bit on stream. What was it last night? I don't care. It happens. Especially with the alcohol that I was drinking, huh? Yeah. And the fact that there are people out there trying to normalize sick shit because, oh hey, that man wants to identify as gay, or that woman over there wants to identify as trans lesbian or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit in my opinion. Where did I get my slippers? I forget, but my slippers are starting to fade and fall apart, so they're comfy as fuck, I ain't gonna lie, but they're starting to fall apart. So I need to get some more. I need to get me a new pair of black slippers because, yeah, these are starting to fall apart. Now, I fully support trans rights. However, there's a line we should not be allowed to cross. You want to be treated just like everybody else. That's the thing of it. That's the biggest argument you hear trans people go off about is they just want to have equality and be treated like everybody else. Well, here's the thing of it, they thems and the broader society we live in. It's the truth. If you want to be treated just like everybody else, then if you're making women who were born women feel uncomfortable, then and that's the thing of it. You have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. I fully support the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. And like, you wouldn't like it if, like, okay, cisgendered people are making you feel uncomfortable as a trans individual. So then why do it to them? It goes both ways with that rule. Now I deleted my rant video where I was singing because it got a copyright strike or claim and unavailable to watch. It is what it is. Now, if I had headphones that didn't play the music out loud while I sang, it'd be a different issue, but it is what it is. So thank you, YouTube, for not giving me another copyright strike. I appreciate it. Now, alcohol is for 21 and up, if I haven't already said that, or for anyone who's old enough to drink, basically. Yeah. Underage drinking, it ain't cool, man. Wait till you're old enough to drink. Trust me, it's worth the wait. You got your whole fucking life ahead of you. Enjoy being a kid while you can. And that's another thing, man. If kids want to be trans, I say let them. But if they want the surgery, wait till you're old enough legally. You know, preventing kids from having their natural puberty causes so many health consequences to their body. It's not even funny. Between the food having way too much hormones in it, it is what it is, YouTube. You got the FDA who pumps our children's food full of hormones, which cause children to hit puberty as young as 8 or 9 years old. Then you give them puberty blockers because they self identify as trans. You know, kids will gravitate whatever is popular. So, like, I'd say about 95% of the kids who identify as trans are just doing it for acceptance and attention, to be honest. Controversial to say, but it's the truth. So, like, if you want to be trans and you're a kid, go for it, man. They, them, chica, whatever you identify, as long as you ain't a sicko, I don't give a shit. But you have to go through puberty as your assigned gender. I know it sucks. Puberty does suck. I ain't gonna lie to you on that. But if you can survive high school and puberty, you can survive anything, really. And to honestly, I want to say I'm sorry to the women I might have bullied or harassed in high school. There were a couple gals out there that I wasn't the nicest to, and I'm sorry about that. I feel bad about that. Like, that's just me reaching out on a branch here and showing that I've matured a bit since high school. Even though I still dress the same as I did in high school, I've actually matured a bit. There was this one chick in high school that was not the prettiest, and oh boy, I feel like a dick for what I did. Like, she fell over in gym class and her big ass gut came falling out. And I made the comments, someone call animal control. There's a beached whale in the gym. And everyone in the gym, including the teachers, started laughing. They're like, fucking Saunders. That's not nice. And I'm sorry about that, because I got a gut now from all that delicious pizza that I eat and all the beer that I drink. And I've lost most of my hair. So it's like, and that really kind of makes you stop and go, man, if I could have done things differently in high school, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss being in high school. You get to that stage where it's like, you miss hanging out with your friends, getting into trouble, being a rebellious teenager. Yeah, but it is what it is. I, however, do not regret bullying Carl because that kid was fucking annoying. But compared to my trolls, he was just training wheels, to be honest. Yeah. Boy, he did not like it when I gave Jennifer a hug. He was like, Jennifer. And I'm like, hey, man, I was the cocky asshole in high school who wore a leather jacket. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube. But that's beside the point. I don't give a shit about Carl anymore, to be honest, because it's like, I'm a famous YouTuber. I've done things that little faggot will never do in his lifetime. Yeah. Which, to be honest, that's why I don't give a shit if, like, Alicia Rhodey rejected me, going off on a limb here, because it's like I have so many fangirls that want to sleep with me, you know? Yeah. And they're like 4 times hotter too. I'm just saying, not trying to dog on Alicia here, but like, bruh. That's what I'm saying, man. If you're in high school and you watch my videos and you're in high school, don't let those stuck up skanks get to you, man. If they reject you, who cares? It's all about the attitude. If all the Alicia Roadies in the world reject your ass, you say to yourself, that is their loss, not mine. It's all about mentality, man. I've been rejected by every chick I've liked since the 4th grade, but I still talk to women. It's all about that confidence, dude. Yeah. Plus, when Alicia Rhodey was dating some random dude from Wyoming, and I saw her in town walking with some dude, she literally said, and I quote, Oh, that's Saunders. I wish I wouldn't have rejected him in high school. I'm not gonna lie, that was a confidence booster, so thanks for that. Yeah! Leave Alicia Rody the fuck alone, assholes. It's not my fault I have taste in attractive women. Shit. Looking back on it, I actually feel sorry for Alicia Rody because when you're a chick in high school or junior high and you're the first to develop, you know, it can be rough, dude. Like when you're a kid in high school, you're like, boobs. But when you're a mature adult, you're like, oh, that had to suck. Dudes who are way too old for you creeping on you be like, and I want to say that I'm sorry for crushing on Alicia Rody in high school. That was stupid of me because it's like, yeah, you can't blame me for trying because, I went to high school with some really hot chicks, man. I'm just saying. Yeah, buddy. But no, it's kind of funny if you think about it because now I'm a fucking YouTube celebrity that a lot of chicks want to bang. The trolls get a laugh out of it too. They're just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take Cobra's huge cock and spread it all over the internet. Like one, that's revenge porn, and two, all that's gonna do is make chicks want to fuck me even more. So thanks for that. If I could have done things differently in high school, to be honest, I wouldn't have picked my nose in front of so many kids. And I would have toned it down on being girl crazy. Yeah, that's my biggest weakness, YouTube, is I'm girl crazy. Mm. People are like, Alicia Rody wants to join your cult. And I'm like, yeah, I'll believe that when pigs fly. Yeah, I did too. I've used my magic to help Alicia Rody. I have. Miss Hooters. Yeah, remember that? Good shit too, because like literally, Alicia Rody took a picture of herself in a bikini standing next to this other chick. She had a green one on, and the chick next to her had a black one on. Black and green, my two favorite colors. And her contestant number was 4, which I thought was kind of ironic because at the time I was working at Wendy's, and at the time when I was working at Wendy's, and I helped with my magic, I screamed at the universe, let Alicia Rody win that Hooters pageant. And she did, Her contestant number was 4, which is ironic because that was my clock in number at Wendy's. I love it. Love it. Irony's a bitch like that. And ever since then, that fucking number follows me everywhere. For this, for that, for, and it's like, God damn it. But Alicia Rody is not the only one I've used my magic on to help. I generally like using my dark satanic powers to help the world in general. No, and I'm not obsessed with Alicia Rody anymore, really. It's just fun to reminisce. Yeah. Considering that I'm actually friends with the majority of the chicks I went to high school with on Facebook, yeah, buddy. Yeah. And you know what? That's just the thing of it. That gives me the confidence that I need. Because confidence is a need, not a want. If you want to attract chicks in general, you gotta have confidence. And that's the thing of it. I don't care if I got a little bit of a beer gut. I don't care if I'm going bald. I don't care if my trolls are the biggest assholes. It's all about that confidence, man. I look at my YouTube fans and I'm like, that's why I keep making videos. Like, wait till Cobra builds his clock towered mansion. Trust and believe. It's gonna happen one of these days, and when it does, you'll be going, "Oh, that son of a bitch did it." My clock tower would be taller than the one in Cheyenne, and it would have 48 bells. 47 would be on a carillon, and the 48th bell would swing on a hemp rope, mouth up. There's a specific sound of bell that I like. When I'm watching bell tower videos, I watch them and like, yeah. There's a sound, you know what I'm saying? It's either an I think it's an E. I see like European bell towers and they call it dumb E or some shit like that. I don't know translation. I could play it on a bell tower video if I wanted, and you'd hear it and go, ah. Ironically, 47 bells would give an even 4 octaves, you know. But I got off topic. I got distracted. Hmm. Going back to the whole J.K. Rowling thing, it's just like, well, it's bullshit to be honest. It's probably my liked videos to be honest. Yeah, here we are. Ja, ja, het gaat wel halen. Beautiful. That one. I like the way that one sounds. These are all run by electronics. No, 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 no. I disagree. The same hands, okay, YouTube, the same hands you pray with should be the same hands that ring your bells. I get if you're too old and you can't climb the tower or pull the rope. But that takes the fun out of it. Like pulling the rope and being like, I like the way that bell sounds.
Here's the video.
Cute little change ringing tower.
The GMC AT4 lineup, premium and capable. Or get 3.9% APR financing for.
That's electronically wrong.
Here's the video.
They're doing it the traditional way, the old school English way of change ringing. Bell towers. I love bell towers. I love the way they sound. It's just majestic. The sound of a bell just pealing throughout the land. The world of bell towers is actually really fascinating. I don't mean to spurg out on camera here, but yeah, one day I'll build my clock towered mansion, and then what the fuck are people gonna say then? I know what the fuck they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, "Oh, your house sucks. Why don't you get a job?" It's like, dude, I have a job. I'm a self-made man.
Ja, ja, het gaat wel houden.
Going back to what I was saying earlier, I'll post this one in the chat. Give this video a like. When you get rejected by some of the hottest chicks in the world, you know, rejection doesn't hurt as bad. When you get rejected by conventionally less attractive women, and you just learn to say, you know what I'm saying? Like you just learn to say, who gives a shit? We're all dying a little every day. Okay, so people who are worried about my drinking, I appreciate the concern, but I'm fine. You know, a little bit of alcohol isn't going to kill me now, is it? Yeah, we're all going to die eventually, mate. That's just the thing of it. But I do appreciate y'all tuning in to watch the rant video. I got off topic, started talking about Alicia Rhodey and bell towers. Oh shit! But no, going back to the rant. Going back to the rant, man. Look, I don't care if you're trans. That's your thing. Do what makes you happy in life. That's something that a wise World War II veteran taught me. Richard Overton, cheers. Richard Overton's a badass, dude. He died at 112 years old. He drink whiskey, smoke cigars. The dude's badass, in my opinion. I don't care if he's black or not. Like, that's just how I feel about it. You know, his secret to a long life is do what makes you happy. And I'm like, I totally get that, dude. I love playing guitar and streaming for the fans. I think we can all reminisce and say that, yeah, you know, I've been that way my entire life, to be honest. I've always been girl crazy, you know. The female form is, yeah, especially when it's developed, you know, and of age.